Hey, so it's mid-October 2017. It's time for another project update. This is going to be a quick one. There's not a whole lot to cover. The main topics are a new website layout and OpenBazaar 2.0. This is going to be the majority of the update. So real quick, let me show you the new website. Got a new logo thanks to Julie Dack, who is also one of our sponsors on the Patreon page, and revamped the website. It's still pretty. Looks like one of my buttons disappeared. There we go. Still pretty simple. Just a explainer video, links to the different pages. Most of the focus is still on the GitHub repository. That's where you're going to go to find the code and the really interesting stuff. But yeah, feel free to check it out. I'm going to be publishing these updates on the blog page, as well as our patron page, which you can get to right here, or you can just go to patron.com/P2P VPS. So this will be an easy to digest, and I'm going to continue this theme of doing video updates or vlogs, as some call them, and so yeah, that's pretty much the latest update on where the P2P VPS project is at in terms of the website. Let me talk about OpenBazaar because this is going to be really important. So what is OpenBazaar? OpenBazaar, you can find it at openbazaar.org. You can also find all their code on GitHub at github.com/openbazaar. What OpenBazaar aspires to be is a free online marketplace using cryptocurrency and using peer-to-peer technology. So your e-commerce store lives on your computer, and uh, there's no central server. So like everything else, it's peer-to-peer. It's decentralized. And it's very hard to regulate or stop or prevent. Um, this is kind of an image of what the application looks like. You should definitely come here to openbazaar.org and click this download button. It works on all the major operating systems. It's pretty slick. There are some issues that the OpenBazaar people are currently walking through, and I'll get to that in a minute. But let me explain to you why OpenBazaar is going to be so important to the P2P VPS software stack. When I first started creating P2P VPS, I figured there was really three main like core high level functions that I was going to have to figure out. The first one is the core technology. How do you turn an IoT device into a virtual private server and make it available on the internet in a way that's sort of easy and people don't need to be experts with networking? And so reverse SSH tunneling was the answer to that, and creating a web portal where people can list their devices was the key to that. So this is pretty much what I've been focused on the last few months, and it's working, and I'm ready to take the next step. And so that's how I found OpenBazaar Marketplace, because the other two major components is to create a marketplace, a place where people can come to sell and rent devices, preferably in an auction style. But as long as there's enough transactions, the auction isn't critical. I first went into this thinking of a marketplace like eBay, or at least how eBay, eBay is actually a perfect example because eBay was supposed to be an auction site, but look at them today. Very few of the listings are actually auctions. Almost everything is buy now. But because there's so many buyers and sellers on eBay, there is so much price discovery, which is like the real attraction of doing an auction style. It doesn't matter that they're not actually doing very many auctions because there's so many buyers and sellers. Uh, Price discovery is happening, and it might as well, like from a capitalist, like a theoretical economic type of thing, it might as well be as good as an auction site. So I'm hoping to achieve that with OpenBazaar. If we get enough users just making listings on OpenBazaar, competition will take over and price discovery will take over, just as though it was an auction site. So that was a major piece, and I figured I figured each one of these pieces was going to take about the same amount of effort. So I've put about 6 months of effort into this one, and so I was really not looking forward to spending another year trying to figure out these next two pieces. And so I was super stoked to find OpenBazaar because it nicely solves these two pieces in a way that's way better than I would even want to attempt to do. The other major piece is cryptocurrency. I was originally planning on using the PayPal API because it's easy and everybody trusts PayPal, but from the get-go, I really wanted to do this in cryptocurrency. And so that's one of the things that OpenBazaar is a thought leader on, is making cryptocurrency easy to use and smoothly allowing trade to happen using these new decentralized currencies. Now, one of the headaches that OpenBazaar is currently going through, that really the entire cryptocurrency market is going through, is transaction fees. Bitcoin costs almost $10 now, and this price is fluctuating daily. So who knows what it's going to be when you actually hear this. But in order to just do a trade on Bitcoin, it costs $10 because the network traffic is so high that you have to pay a premium to get your trade to go through. And you're not required to pay the transaction fee, but if you don't, your trade may never actually get confirmed on the network, and it may never actually go through, or at best it could take days. And so Bitcoin is effectively non-functional for normal people at this point. And this whole P2P VPS, I'm kind of thinking like ballpark, the prices are going to be in the $5 to $10 a month range. So no one's going to make a trade if the cost is $10 for a $10 trade. However, the OpenBazaar devs are working hard. I've been working with them to create an alternative currency, or integrate an alternative currency into their software. And right now, Zcash is on the forefront. So let me just show you, if you're not already aware of the ecosystem of cryptocurrencies, this is a quick place to capture it as a snapshot. CoinMarketCap.com. These are all the top cryptocurrencies by capitalization, by their market worth. And so Bitcoin leads, and then you got these different Bitcoin offshoots like Bitcoin Cash. There's a few other, and then there's Ethereum. You've probably heard about that. And let's see, where's Zcash? Zcash is down here at number 15. It's quickly rising. There's a lot of other ones. Cool. I don't really care about Zcash. Zcash is neat. The only reason I care about Zcash is that the transaction fees using Zcash is 3 cents as opposed to $10 with Bitcoin. So and the developers with OpenBazaar have already made significant steps with integrating Zcash. I think from a technological standpoint, it would be the easiest thing for OpenBazaar to switch over. So I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to do something. That's very clear. In order to fix this transaction fee problem that Bitcoin has created. And as they're doing that, I'm going to continue the development of the P2P VPS marketplace, leveraging their software to handle these two major components. And so that's pretty much the update. That's what I've been working on. The last 2 weeks I've really just been wrapping my head around the OpenBazaar software and the code, and getting to know the developers and talking to them about the current issues and what it's going to take. But so far, it looks like a match made in heaven. Once these transaction fee issues are solved, it's just going to be absolutely perfect. You'll be able to go to P2PVPS.net or any other server. Right now, that's the only P2P VPS server running. List your device like I showed in the last update, and then hit that button, submit to market, and that will create a listing on the OpenBazaar network. And then people can purchase it with their cryptocurrency, and they'll get the login info in an email, and you'll get a lot. If you're a device owner listing it on the market, you'll get an email letting you know that it's been rented. They'll rent the device for the contract length of time. and then the device will reset and be relisted or be renewed by them, and they'll pay in cryptocurrency. You will receive cryptocurrency. It'll all happen outside of a central server, so no one will be controlling the money other than you. It's a little hard to describe. It'll be much easier to show once I get the code developed in the next month or so. But it's very exciting. I can't wait to show it off. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for your support.